Chiefy! Hi, I'm testing out a new video capture program that captures your screen and puts video for tutorials. I am going to show you how to create a computer, make a virtual machine on Fusion. So here you see my desktop. I'm on my laptop actually. It's got a better camera. So I'm going to launch Fusion. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is there's all the machines that I actually have. But I'm going to go to the home screen and I'm going to install Windows to a new machine. So I click this little button. I don't have a CD, I have a virtual image, ISO image, so I'm going to continue. Now I'm going to, that's my CD-ROM drive, I'm going to choose an ISO image. And I've copied my Ultimate Windows XP image to my hard drive here, which is on my virtual machines folder. So I'm going to use that ISO image to create my machine. And do next. It's going to be Windows XP. I'm not going to do easy install because the Ultimate already has everything set up. And I'm going to customize my settings. So I want to change some of the things and the name. This is where you actually name the machine, and this is what the file will be named. I'm just going to call this Merc XP, and where is typically Fusion will put its folders, this virtual machine folder, into your profile directory. I prefer not to do that, so what I did was I actually created a folder in the root of my hard drive called virtual machines. So that's where I'm going to put this file, Merc XP. You can put them wherever you want. So now I'm going to edit my settings before I actually start the program. So the main things I want to do is, oh, that wasn't good, is give it 2 processors, give it 2 gigabytes of memory so it runs better. Okay, and then go back. I'm going to, on the network, it has 2 ways to connect your network. A NAT connection, which is using your Mac as a router, which will change its IP address, which I don't like to do. I rather use a connect directly to the network, to the switch. So that's going to give you a IP address on your local network. So I always check that. This is menu applications is kind of stupid. It's got this way that if you have a file on the Mac that will run in a PC, you can do a open with, and it'll give you all the applications in your Windows virtual machines as options on OS X and the other way around. I think it's too much overhead. I don't really do that, so I turn that off too. You don't have to, but I do. It just cleans up your right-click context when you're clicking on things. And here's where you set how big you want your hard drive to be. We can leave it at 40. I'm going to delete this when I'm done, so it doesn't really matter. And it doesn't create the whole disk. It dynamically expands it. So when I'm done, this machine will probably only be about 5 or 6 gigabytes. It won't be a full 40. But it knows it's 40, so it'll grow it. It won't shrink it, it'll grow it. Just like anything, you can dynamically expand it. But that's all you have to do about that. So now, all you have to do is power it on by this little power on button. And now you will see it start the install. So we'll get this install started, and then I'll walk away so that we can, I'll finish making the cookies today because that's what I'm doing this morning. It's Wednesday before we go to market, before Christmas. But I'll get this cooking and I'll speed it up and come back and change it and speed it up so you don't have to sit here and watch the whole install. But you'll just see it, just like any virtual machine window you've used. It looks just like we do at work, pretty much. So, I will show you one thing that I haven't quite figured out the easiest way to remap keys with Fusion. And the problem comes when you have function keys. The function keys, on your MacBook and everything are usually the brightness and the volume and all kinds of little funny buttons. And, well, when you need to hit F8 on this, if you have to, you can't. Because F8 happens to be the pause button or the play button on most Macs. So just before I go any further, what you need to do sometimes, if you're in this kind of, you need the F keys in a Windows screen or some sort, you go into Preferences, go into your keyboard, and you click this button. Use all F1, 2 keys as standard keys. So now they become F1, F2, F3, F4. Somehow I thought you could map this inside of Fusion's preferences, but you can't. So anyway, once you do that and you hit your F8, I don't have to now, but if you run a generic Windows, you got to hit the F8 license keys and different function keys. When you're done, just make sure you put that back. If not, your little function, volume buttons, and brightness keys won't work. But I did have to do that on some of these installs, but we don't need to do that now. I'm just going to go ahead and click enter on this to format, and it's going to do its little install. So I will let this run. I'm going to walk away. I'll re-edit this video so you don't see all this time, and it'll go really fast. So I'll be back in a little bit. Bye. I'm back. Actually, we can close this window back here too. It's just kind of distracting. There we go. Okay, I'm going back to go do more cookies. I'm back, and it's waiting for something else. So you click this little button here, and it looks okay to me. Go through the wizard crap. I'm not going to do any of this right now. Wait for all this gobbledygook to come up. We don't care. We don't want to. Okay. There's our machine. 6 bytes of memory, 2.4 gigahertz, yada yada yada. Now we want to install VMware Tools. So you come up here to the virtual machine menu at the very top, and there is an install VMware Tools. And this looks just like it does on the, pretty much on the servers. It's doing the same thing. And then that is how you create a virtual machine. My next tutorial will be Unity mode and how you can integrate the virtual machine with the desktop of your Mac and, you know, kind of have them seamless. And this is installed, then you reboot. Now you can resize the screen. If you notice right now, when I resize the screen, if I can, I probably can't because it doesn't have VMware Tools installed. Yeah, it's not letting me resize the screen. Once it's done, you can resize the screen and the Windows resolution will dynamically change to the size that you put. So it'll automatically rescale the vertical and horizontal resolution to the window size, which is quite nice. On the servers, you resize the window, but the resolution of the monitor doesn't change. It's fixed at 800 by 600 or whatever you put it at. This will dynamically resize your change of resolution to the pixel. It's pretty cool. And we'll wait patiently. If it ever finishes. Oh, there we go. See how I resized this? But it doesn't really change the size of the screen. Oh, yes, it did. Oh, you know why? Because the VMware Tools got installed. Duh. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to finish this guy, restart, and that is how you create a virtual machine. Now, if you go back and look at the machine library, you'll actually see, you know, and it'll give you a teeny weeny little screen print of what's going on the screen. I don't know why they do that, but they do that. And that's pretty much it. So anyway, enjoy. Of course, this will come up, whatever. So enjoy.